39 residential transaction closed in the Santa Clarita this past week. So let me break that down to you so you know exactly what's happening in your neighborhood. So April 7th through April 14th, median sold price across the valley was 820 grand. Average sold price 869, 882. It's 870,000 just about. Average price per square foot 447. So that price per square foot number matters more than most people realize. A lot of people here in Southern California don't get into that too much. You go more east. They actually have room dimensions and a lot more information pertaining to real estate. Don't know why, but that seems to be the way it works out. So it matters more than you realize. So if you own a 2,000 square foot home in Saugus, for example, that puts your baseline somewhere around 894 grand before we even look at conditions, upgrade, lot size, or location within the neighborhood. And your home's different. Every home is, but that happens to be the floor. So speaking of Saugus, it led the valley with 16 closings this week. Median sold price in Saugus 810 grand. Valencia came in with 14 closings at a median of 795. Canyon Country had 4, median of 777, 500. It's posted 3 sales with a median of $1,035,000. And we had 1 closing in the broader Santa Clarita Valley at $101,255,000. High sale for this week was $1,650,000, and the lowest $395,000. Now, days on market, median was 9 days. So if your home is priced correctly, marketed correctly, and presented correctly, it's moving in under a couple weeks. But the average days on market stretched to 29 days. That's the gap. The gap between 9 and 29 tells you that there's definitely a split in the market. The homes that were prepared, the ones that hit the market dialed in, they sold in single-digit timeframes. The ones that weren't sat for much longer. And here's what sitting does. So when buyers see a home sitting at 20, 25, 30 days on market, they assume something's wrong. And sometimes there is, sometimes isn't, but perception, the offers coming in at 30 days look very different than the ones coming in at 7. Let's look at property types. So 29 of the 39 closings were single family detached homes. That's 74%. 6 were attached townhomes. 3 were condos. 1 was an attached single family residence. Single family detached is still where the bulk of the market. So let's talk about how these buyers are paying. This is information most people never see, and it matters if you happen to be a seller. So 25 of the 39 closings this week accepted cash offers. 21 had conventional financing, 14 had FHA financing, 11 had VA loans, veterans loans. 4 accepted 1031 exchange buyers. So why does it matter to you as a seller? Because the type of financing a buyer brings affects your timeline, your cost, and your risk. A cash buyer can close in 14 days with minimal contingencies. An FHA buyer comes in with stricter appraisal requirements and a longer time frame. VA buyer brings a VA appraisal that has its own set of conditions. Knowing which financing types are active in your neighborhood helps you evaluate offers intelligently. Not every offer is created equal, of course, and if the dollar amount, even if that dollar. So we track this data twice a month and build custom reports for property owners in Santa Clarita Valley. If you want to see what's happening in your specific neighborhood with your specific home profile, go to scv123.com. I'll send you a market snapshot that's built around your property. It's not a generic Zillow estimate, a real analysis based on what's actually closing around you. Current inventory in the valley, 457. That's active listings. 137 are in pending status. That gives us a roughly 11.7 weeks of supply at the current absorption or sales rate. For context, anything under 4 months of supply is generally considered a seller's market. We're right there. Sellers have the advantage, but only if the pricing is right from day one, and here's where I come in. I represent sellers, only sellers, that's all I do. No dual agency, no trying to represent both sides of the same deal. When I take a listing, 100% of my energy goes to getting you the highest price in the shortest time, period. If you're a buyer watching this and you need representation, I can point you to the best buyer-only agents in the industry. I'm happy to make that introduction, but when it comes to selling, my loyalty doesn't split. I also run custom AI systems on every listing, 24/7 property intelligence, automated follow-up, real-time market monitoring, and that's the kind of infrastructure most brokerages don't even know exists yet. So if you want to see how all this works, go to sellersonlyagent.com. If you want your custom market report, go to scv123.com or just give me a call, 661-400-1720. 100% of my energy, one thing, highest priced, shortest time. I'm Connor with Honor. We'll see you in the next one.